Hello everybody, welcome to OTC Fish Keeper. And this week I've decided to try something. I've got this tank here that used to belong to my nephew. It's got a couple of hatchet fish and a long thin black skirt tetra. And the main thing though in this tank, besides the plants, these are live plants, is I've got a nice colony of corridor catfish in there. And these particular catfish have bred in the past, and in fact I've got about 70 cories in this tank here, and I've got a couple in the tank in the back that all came from these guys. But I've never tried to breed them myself. My nephew bred them, and we brought the eggs over here and I raised the eggs. But this time I'm going to try to breed them eggs. I'm going to try to do the whole thing myself. We'll see how that turns out. A key factor that seems to make these guys breed is a nice big water change. The combination of fresh water and I think colder water stimulates them to breed and lay eggs. So I'm getting ready to take about a third of the water out of here, and we're going to see when I replace that with fresh cold water, we're going to see if that we can stimulate them to lay some eggs. So let's take a shot here. Okay, so we got the water draining out of the tank here. We're going to take it down to between a third to a half, and then we'll replace that with some nice fresh cool water, which hopefully gets them going. Last time I did this, I got one albino out of the group. There is one albino in the tank, but that albino died on me, so I was very disappointed. So hopefully we get some more albinos out of this. There are about 10 to 15 cories in there. As you can see that by looking at the bottom, I don't exactly make it easy to spot, but they like it that way, and they're very successful in there. They're very old fish. They're probably 5-6 years old already in here. They've lived, well, of course, that part may or may not be true too, because when they die, I don't even see them most of the time. So, and they replace themselves, so who knows for sure how old they are. But nevertheless, there's about 15 in there, so with a little luck, man, they're all hiding pretty good right now. With a little luck there, we'll get some more babies out of them. Okay, got the tank all refilled, and catfish are already going crazy, swimming up and down and chasing each other around already. They all came out of hiding. I stirred up the water a little bit, so it's a little cloudy, but by morning it should be fine. But yeah, all the catfish are out. There's the albino. He's very old. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I cleaned off a couple of slots on the edges there. I cleaned off a little bit of the algae just so they have somewhere to lay eggs. They'll lay them pretty much everywhere that there's room. They'll put them on the leaves of the plants. They'll put them on the edges. Yeah, look at them go crazy. They're loving this. So yeah, we'll see if we've got some eggs in there by morning, and if we do, we'll pull them out and see how many we can save. Well, if you don't succeed, try again. So in the 29 gallon here last night, I drained about 40% of the water, refilled it, and got the filter going again, so now it looks nice and pretty. But I did not get any egg laying. And that could be because I changed the water and then immediately turned the lights off. So I'm going to try changing the water and leave the lights on for a little while. And I'm going to double my odds, because in this 55 gallon tank here, I've got about 70 cories that are the babies of these over here in the 29. And once before, I did a big water change over here, and they also laid eggs. And I didn't catch them before they ate them all. And so I haven't seen it since. But I've set it up, I've cleaned a section of glass for them. It looks dirty, but it's really just a little bit of algae on the glass, which is perfectly healthy. So I'm going to change the water in both these tanks and see if we can get some breeding going on so we can get some more baby cories. Okay, well, the second day was a complete success. We've got many eggs. I was hoping for a bit more, but considering I haven't done this before, I'll take what I got. You see we got a pretty good bundle right there in the front. It gets blurry when I get too close. We got some more here at the top. And then we've got some over here on the side on the top. Can't really see it from this angle, but you can see it from around the side. Some at the top up here as well. So now I'm going to take a razor blade, scrape these out, and put them in a separate container, because the cories and the other fish in the tank will eat them. So let me get them all accumulated. Okay, so I've been told I can take a credit card or something and scrape the cory eggs out of the tank, because the cory catfish will eat their own eggs, and the hatchet fish and the black skirt tetra might also eat the eggs. and I want to get as many of them as I can. So I'm going to take a razor blade, which is what my nephew used to do, and I'm going to try to scrape them out with a razor blade and then put them in this little tub I've got down here for them, and then I'll put a real strong aerator in with them. So I'm going to give that a try and see how that works out. There's quite a few in here, but they're in quite a few different areas. I've been told that Cory catfish eggs are pretty tough and sticky, so I'm hoping if I very gently take these out. Oh yeah, I got them. And then I just push them off. All right, pushed them off. It was successful, so I'm going to go get the rest of the tank now. Okay, we got a couple dozen eggs out of there. They look pretty good. Put them in here with the air bubbler. Now I've got some methylene blue on the way. I should have had it before I started this, but that should be here today or tomorrow at the latest, and I'll put a couple drops of that in there to try to prevent the eggs from getting any fungus on them. There's quite a few. I managed to get out quite a few in there. So hopefully pretty soon here we get some babies. Okay, it looks like the next step is coming along really nicely. I don't know if you can see them in there. They're pretty small, but they just hatched within the last couple hours is my guess, but I've got at least a couple of dozen already swimming around in there. Maybe you can see a little blurry spots moving around. That is a whole fleet of baby Cory catfish. And there's still plenty of eggs left to hatch. By tomorrow I could have 40 or 50 or even more. Oh, no, that was too much. But yeah, it's coming along good. See the next step. Had a whole bunch of them hatch out last night. All hanging out right underneath here. Hard to see, but I can see at least 20 of them right off the bat. Moving around a little bit in there. Okay, finally having some success with the second tank here. Got quite a few eggs this morning. Got a batch on 3 out of the 4 corners. There's some on the back. There's quite a few here on the front. Quite a few more on the front. Got some more in the back here. And even some all the way down on the side. So yeah, we're gonna have quite a few babies out of this mix. Finally got the second batch going. Second tank of Corys, that is. Second batch is really nice. Got a ton of them in there now. Only got about 5 yesterday from the same group, but got quite a few more today. Okay, and as I finish this video out here, I've had some success and I've had some serious failure. I started that first batch of babies with probably 40 or 50 babies when they finally hatched, and I made some mistakes, including feeding them something that I was feeding another species when they were small that I thought would be good for them, and it was initially, but it ended up polluting the water and killing them all. And in a desperate attempt to save them, I put them in this tank and released them all, and so far out of 40 or 50, I've only had one survive. So definitely not what I'm going to call a success so far, but at least he's a cute one. And then on the second group, let me go take you over there. Okay, the second group, I did the same thing except in this 20 gallon tank. Yeah, the last one was 29 gallon. And this time I managed to save 6 of the little guys. So there's 6 in here, as far as I can tell. I haven't counted more than 6. They're doing quite well. And I'm not going to be feeding them eggs anymore. But yeah, we got 6 on this group, and then there was a third group, and I'll try to show you them real quick. And I'm afraid the lighting's not very good on this tank. It's just meant to be a grow out tank that I hadn't even finished putting together, but I hurried up and put it together just to try to save these guys. And this tank here, I've got 3. So total out of all those fish I had, oh, we're having trouble focusing on him. Total I have 10 survived out of, oh, what must have been near 100. Yeah, there's one there, there's one down here. I got a third one in the back, but he's not moving. He's going to be hard to see. So yeah, I'm learning from it. I had 3 more batches after this, and on those 3 batches, the first batch I lost them all, and the second batch only 2 eggs hatched out of about 24, and out of those 2, only 1 lived more than a day, so that one's still alive. And the third batch, I think I may have pulled the eggs out of the tank before they were fertilized. I thought they were eating the eggs, but it turns out I think they were just fertilizing them, and I got them before they were finished. So at any rate, I'll keep you apprised, let you know how things go with these cories here, these bronze cories. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button, and I'll see you next time with some new fish. Alright, have a good one.